Hey guys, so it's been a while since I filmed my last video, so I wanted to make another one. This one isn't actually going to be a book haul. I'm not trying to stay away from them, but it's just, one, I don't have any books to haul at the moment, and another is I want my channel to be a little bit more than just book hauls, so I thought I'd kind of stray out from that. And if you've seen any other videos of mine, you'll know that I've mentioned once or twice that I'm really bad with book reviews. That's why there are none on my channel. Sorry, my desktop light just went out. I'll go shake that in a second, but I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of my favorite YA paranormal romances, so I thought I'd get started. I just wanted to mention that 2 of these books here, and they're the first 2 that I'm going to show you, were going to be put in honorable mention, but I decided to just stick them in with the favorites, and I'm actually going to make another video which is contemporary romances, and I have a favorite in each pile. So the paranormal one, I have a favorite, and the contemporary one, I have a favorite. I didn't mean for that to happen, but it just happened that way, so that's why they're split up into 2 piles. Alright, so let's get started. The first one here is called Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick, and this one is $9.99 paperback and is about this thick. Now, I don't know if you guys want to know page numbers, but if you do, just let me know in the comments, and in the next video, I'll just put page numbers. Like I said, I'm really bad with reviews, so I'm going to read the back. In grade school, I was never good with reading out loud, so this might go a little rocky. A sacred oath, a fallen angel, a forbidden love. When Nora and Patch are forced together as lab partners, Nora would rather fall to her death than put up with his elusive answers to her questions, his teasing, and his infuriatingly handsome face and hypnotizing eyes. It seems Patch was put on Earth just to drive her crazy. But before long, Nora's defenses start to break down as her curiosity about Patch heats up. Why does he always seem to be wherever she is and know exactly what she's thinking? How does he know what to say to both attract and repulse her? And what is up with those V-shaped scars on his chiseled back? As their connection grows stronger, Nora's own life becomes increasingly fragile. Nora needs to decide, is Patch the one who wants to do her harm, or the one who will keep her safe? Has she fallen for one of the fallen? The first book was so good. Like, I remember obsessing about this book. I was trying to read the first book of the House of Night series, and I didn't want to read a huge, long series, so I stopped reading those, and I started reading these, and I was just so obsessed. Well, this one. I was so obsessed, and I kept telling my best friend she has to read these. So she did. Then after we read that, we went to read the second book, Crescendo. We wanted to throw that out the window. That was just awful. And it wasn't the grammar or anything, it was just what was going on. And the reason I was going to put this on honorable mention is because I don't want to have to reread Crescendo to reread Silence. So it just shows you that I don't want to have to, I would reread this if Crescendo was better. I just got so annoyed with it. And I never really get annoyed like that. I didn't get annoyed with New Moon for Twilight, so I was just so, ugh. And the same thing kind of happened with this one. This is Halo by Alexandra Adornetto. This is $9.99 paperback and is about this thick. So, Heaven Sent. 3 angels are sent by heaven to bring good to a world falling under the influence of darkness. Gabriel the warrior, Ivy the healer, and Bethany the youngest and most human. They work hard to conceal their luminous glow, their superhuman powers, and their wings. Then Bethany meets Xavier Woods, and the two are unable to resist their attraction to each other. But the angel's mission is urgent, and dark forces are threatening. Will love ruin Bethany or save her? So, the same thing kind of happened for this. It's just the second one, Hades, wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Or not thought, but not as bad as Crescendo was. That's all I'm saying. But this book was actually really good, and I recommended it to one of my other friends at my school, and she really liked it. Oh, and by the way, this was actually the first book that I tried reviewing, ever, but it never actually made it to YouTube because it was just so bad. One of the things that I wanted to mention is that this book is actually pretty funny. At certain parts, I just started cracking up, and I actually can't find my most favorite page ever, or I already mentioned it, but this isn't spoiling anything. It was when Bethany was telling Gabriel about what one of the boys in class said to the teacher and got in trouble for. That was one of my favorite parts. Alright, so we're done with the 2 honorable mentions, and the next 3 are just die-hard favorites, except the last one is, die-harder favorite. So, this book is called Fallen by Lauren Kate. Now, this is in paperback now, and I wish I'd gotten it in paperback because I hate hardcover. But this one is $17.99 hardcover, but I'm pretty sure the paperback one is $9.99 or $8.99. So the inside says, there's something achingly familiar about Daniel Gregory. Mysterious and aloof, he captures Luce Price's attention from the moment she sees him on her first day at Sword and Cross boarding school in Savannah. He's the one bright spot in a place where cell phones are forbidden, the other students are screw-ups, and security cameras watch every move. Except Daniel wants nothing to do with Luce. He goes out of his way to make that very clear, but she can't let it go. Drawn to him like a moth to a flame, Luce has to find what Daniel is so desperate to keep secret, even if it kills her. Again, I've pretty much recommended all the books I have here to a friend. They're all actually different friends, except my best friend is probably majority of these. I recommended this to a friend, and she loved it so much. And Torment wasn't that bad, which is the second book. Then there's another book after that, and I think there's a fourth one. I don't really know. I don't even really know. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, I'm trying to talk fast because I don't want this to be too long. Then, I love this. I'm Number 4 by Pittacus, however you say his name. It doesn't really matter because it's obviously a writer's name or a stage name or whatever you want to say. This is $17.99 hardcover, but I know they have it in paperback now. I just saw it at Barnes & Noble today. None of us came here. We look like you, we talk like you, we live among you, but we are not you. We can do things you dream of doing. We have powers you dream of having. We are stronger and faster than anything you've ever seen. We are the superheroes you worship in movies and comic books, but we are real. Our plan was to grow and train and become strong, and become one, and fight them. But they found us and started hunting us first. Now all of us are running, spending our lives in shadows, in places where no one would look, and blending in. We have lived among you without you knowing, but they know. They count number 1 in Malaysia, number 2 in England, and number 3 in Kenya. They killed them all. I'm Number 4. I am next. Holy bejesus, sorry. If you saw the movie already, and you haven't read the book, read the book. It's, 1, a little bit more different than the movie, and 2, if you think Alex Pettyfer is I'm freaking hot, then you'll love this book, because I just pictured him the whole entire time I was reading this. But the thing is, I also think this is a guy's book too. I haven't recommended it to any guys, but none of the guys I know would read this, except one. The book is really, really good. I'm going to say that about all of them. Then this last one is like my all-time favorite book. Well, all-time favorite paranormal book. This is a Shadow Falls novel by C.C. Hunter, and this is called Born at Midnight. It's the first one. And the reason I think I love this so much is because the second book was just as good. This is $9.99 paperback. Did I not mention that? It is about this thick. My S's are starting to disappear. One night, Kylie Gallen finds herself at the wrong party with the wrong people. It changes her life forever. Her mother ships her off to Shadow Falls, a camp for troubled teens. And within hours of arriving, it becomes painfully clear that her fellow campers aren't just troubled. Here at Shadow Falls, vampires, werewolves, shapeshifters, witches, and fairies train side by side, learning to harness their powers, control their magic, and live in the normal world. Kylie has never felt normal, but she surely doesn't belong here with a bunch of paranormal freaks either. Or does she? They insist Kylie is one of them, and that she was brought here for a reason. As if life wasn't complicated enough, enter Derek and Lucas. Derek is half fae, who's determined to be her boyfriend, and Lucas is a smoking hot werewolf with whom Kylie shares a secret past. Derek and Lucas couldn't be more different, but they both have a powerful hold on her heart. Even though Kylie feels deeply uncertain about everything, one thing is becoming painfully clear. Shadow Falls is exactly where she belongs. Okay. If you can't find any reason in the whole description of why you should read these books, look into the Derek and Lucas part, because this book just, oh my gosh, made it 10, well, this is pretty much the only reason I read the book. And then the moments when Trey just dropped in, funniest things ever. This book is also kind of funny too, for being a paranormal book. This book is, this book is not written in first person, which I think almost all of these books were. So if you have a problem with first person and you don't like it, which I personally like it, but I know some people don't because they don't like feeling trapped in the character, this book is for you. So good. Actually, this book isn't just good, it's amazing. My voice is probably getting really annoying to you right now, or it was to begin with, but I'm going to stop this, edit this, and then film my contemporary one maybe tomorrow or later today. No idea. But I'm going to talk to you guys later. So, bye!